What's up, everybody? This is Okala. We're back with some more ranked Runeterra. We're still climbing through gold. We just hit gold 3. Today we're going to try to push through on to gold 2. Last week we were running a Jinx, Draven, aggro discard deck. This week we're going to be running a deck called Dawnspiders that is focused around the card Dawnspeakers. And what this deck does is it's actually a control deck, so we kind of aim to stall the game, fill up the board, and then buff our creatures with Dawnspeakers. And then when we get a powerful enough board state, we're going to swing and then hopefully pick up the win. So let's jump right into it. We're 3 wins away from gold 2. Dawnspiders has been performing pretty well for me so far. I don't have any live footage of my games in gold 3 yet. Hopefully today we can get some good matchups and at least pick up a couple wins. Alright, so right out the gate we have the Hecarim Z matchup. This is going to be kind of a mid-range tempo deck. I think we have a fairly good chance of competing against this particular deck. Opening hand, so far so good. We have a 2-drop Mistwraith. We have a Vile Feast for tools to react with, and then we have the card that the deck is built around, Dawnspeakers. With 2 creatures and Vile Feast, being able to net us an additional creature, potentially. I am going to keep Dawnspeakers and hope that we can put it to good use. Okay, so and we pick up the Frenzied Skitterer, which allows us to be a little more proactive going into turn 3, whereas Dawnspeakers is going to be a little more reactive. So we have options looking good. There's only one play turn 2 for us here. We're going to drop the Mistwraith. Right now is just a 2-drop 2/2 Fearsome, and when summon, grant other allied Mistwraiths everywhere +1/+0. So as we play this deck and as we see more Mistwraiths, we're going to ramp up gradually, and eventually these things are going to be very hard to deal with. So we are going to attack. We're not going to forget to attack, and that's 2 damage. So what our opponent's doing here is they're building up that 3 mana so that this turn we can probably expect the Z with the deny backup. Okay, so we see the 3-drop come down. It's actually going to be Iron Harbinger. Attack, grant me +1/+0 for each ephemeral ally. Okay. So the 3-drop with the 3 mana and storage, that we're going to have to play around potential deny. And seeing this, we're going to see where I guess we're looking at a heavy ephemeral deck. And we have to be aware of cards like Marked for Death, which is going to transfer ephemeral to our units. Okay, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think we're going to play the Arachnid Horror and then carry an additional mana over to the following turn. Okay, so actually this works. We're going to make the trade here. We're going to trade our 3/2 into our 2/4, and then we can follow up with a Vile Feast. We may see a deny come through. If so, I'm actually okay with that. I would rather deny come out now at this stage in the game than later on when we're trying to set up a bigger play or remove a larger creature. So we'll see what he's got for us. And and we do see the deny. So he is gonna keep his creature. He's only saving a 2/1, nothing too scary, and we are okay with that. Turn 4. Good pickup. We're going to be able to curve in nicely with the Wraithcaller. Anytime we're playing the Wraithcaller, we're hoping for Allegiance to trigger, which is when you summon this, it gets its Allegiance bonus. If the top card of your deck matches its region. So we're really looking and hoping for a Shadow Isles on the top of our deck. If so, I'm still not used to that dang. What do we got going on here? Darth Rebin. Hey, what's up, Rebin? Thank you. Is now hosting. Red, thank you for the host. Probably have to make that bigger, man. I can barely read that. Okay, so we don't get the Allegiance trigger. That's okay. 4 mana for a 4/3 fearsome. It's all right. It's not terrible. It's not what we want, but we can handle that. Alright, so we're not going to do anything. We can't swing because he plays the Dark Water Scourge. And if we swing, we're going to lose a creature for no reason. Or for no good reason. So we pass. Going into turn 5, I like our position. We got the Thresh ready to hit the board. The Dawnspeakers in hand. We may be able to start gaining a little bit of momentum. Alright, so cards that I'm looking out for, playing Ionia and Shadow Isles. As far as removal, we can be aggressive with our 5-drop right now. We don't have to worry about any direct removal coming down on this turn. We have to start being aware of Vengeance on turn or at 7 mana. But as far as right now, we can just kind of go all in. Big play from the opponent. We're going to have to make some decisions here. A lot of damage coming through. A lot of damage coming through. So we're going to try to trade as much into this as we can and still keep some of our creatures here. So trading the 4/3 into the 2/1. We're going to save our Wraithcaller. We can't block this 4/1, which we would like to, ideally, but it has Fearsome, so we would need a creature with at least 3 attack power. We actually could trade right here with the Thresh, but I'm worried of a card called Mark of the Isles, which is going to give one of his creatures +3/+3. With that 1 mana in storage, I kind of have to play cautious and assume that he has it. So we're going to go through with this. We take a lot of damage. That's okay. And as these creatures die, we are slowly buffing up our Thresh, getting closer and closer to leveling him up. We need 4 more units to die before he'll level up. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Alright, so this may be the turn where we can start setting up our Dawnspeakers. We kind of have to be smart with our resources here. We could play the Frenzied Skitterer and lower his attack by 1 on all of his creatures. We also have Purify. So what I want to do... Man. If we had 1 more mana, we could really curve out this turn nicely. But we don't. So, here we go. We're going to play the Frenzied Skitterer, dropping all of his creatures' attack by 1. And we are at that 7 mana, so we have to be aware of Vengeance, which he has. So we're going to lose the Thresh. Good trade for him. But we're also in a good spot where we can drop the Dawnspeakers and we can start buffing up our creatures. Or do we draw the card? I actually think we're going to draw the card. There's no need for us to throw our creatures into his. We're playing a more controlled game, and especially picking up the turn 7 Rhasa, we can now play a lot safer. So we have a big swing potentially going into the next turn. So we're just gonna stand still with our board here and see what the opponent wants to do. Oh, hey, sorry, Revan. If you're looking for that, man, you may be in the wrong place. We just play cards here, which is way more exciting than Call of Duty, wouldn't you say? Zed comes down. Nothing too crazy. Right now, so Rhasa's going to kill the 2 weakest enemies. Right now, the 2 weakest enemies are going to be the Zed and the Soul Shepherd. Now, by playing the Rhasa, we have to we're letting a lot of damage through, which I think's okay. So we're gonna pass. We can expect him to swing this turn or play another creature, probably Silent Shadow Seer. Yep. Okay. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do? I think we're putting all of our faith in Rhasa. I don't know any other way out of this. Or we could save him. I think we might want to save him, actually. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the play. Here's the play. So we're actually going to save Rhasa for next turn. I think if we don't, we're gonna take too much damage. Being at 12 health, we're getting a little low. So we're going to use Purify to remove Elusive from this creature here, and then we are going to make the trade with that. And right now we are looking at 4, 5, 6, 7 damage going through. So I want to play around the Black Spear, right? So we may, this is fine. Zed's going to level up. Which is okay, hopefully. Going in, knowing that we have the Rhasa, Zed leveling up isn't too scary. I wanted to save a creature for Dawnspeakers. The more creatures we have on board, the more creatures that Dawnspeaker has to power up. So we took a little more damage so that we could gain a little bit more of a board advantage going into this turn. All right, so I like our position. We're just going to swing. We're gonna force a reaction out of our opponent. Try to get him to spend a little bit of mana. So he's gonna take this because he doesn't want any of our creatures to die. Which for him, he knows that he's gonna trigger the Rhasa or the Dark Spear. And with the Hecarim, he was smart. He was smart to do that. All right, so. What we're going to do, Glimpse Beyond. So we're going to have to sacrifice one of our creatures. We get 2 cards from killing this creature. But more importantly, we're going to trigger the Rhasa. He may have a deny. If he does, there's nothing we can do. He's going to take the game. But if he doesn't, we may still have a chance. Okay, so we have I don't know if we do. We really don't have any other option, right? Because we could play Frenzied Skitterer, attempting to play around the possible deny, but I think it's just too little, too late. So we have to hope that he doesn't have deny. And again, if he does, nice. Okay, so no deny. We're still in this. It's not over yet. We still are in a scary, scary spot. I like that we have the Mark of the Isles, so we can surprise him with the block and possibly pick up the Hecarim. Our goal now is to get as many creatures on the board as possible so that we can negate as much of this damage that's going to be coming through. Alright, and I'm going to play the Frenzied Skitterer, because again, we want to just reduce as much damage coming through this turn, and if we can get through this turn, I think that we can swing it. Alright, so dropping all of his creatures down 1 attack, boosting all of our spiders up by 1 attack. It's close. This is close. Alright, so we got to be smart with our trades. Hecarim leveling up. That actually changes things. I was not tracking all that. Alright. So we're going to lose a lot here. That's fine. 5 coming through. Yep. Man. We got to go all in. We got to go all in. There we go. There we go. Okay, so by doing that, we saved the spider. Anything else, and going into the next turn, he would have had a creature on the board. And all that I needed was an empty board. So that actually worked out really well. So what do you have, my friend? What do you have? Ruination. Man. If there was one card we didn't want to see, it was that. Which is interesting. I'm surprised that he's running that card in this particular deck. I did not expect that card to come out. Nothing we really could have done about it. I mean, how do you really play around that? So now we were in a really good spot. But now it's kind of just up to chance. We're going to see what he has. We're just hoping that we can out top deck him. We don't want to see. We do not want to see Hecarim. We do not want to see Hecarim. Man, the Ruination, crazy. Vile Feast could be nice. Oh no, looks like he got something good. The Harrowing, that'll do it. Yep, that's a wrap. He got us. Good game, good game. Snow, what's up, my man? Thank you for the sparks. Fibbar, welcome, man. It looks like we completed one of our capsules here. Let's see what we got. Upgrade with the wild card. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. We'll always be happy to take a wild card. All right, so let's hop right back into it. Said yours had Fearsome too. Did I make a misplay, James? Oh, you playing Runeterra now? Good man. How much have you gotten to play so far? All right, again with the I guess this is different. So this is the Elise Hecarim version of the Shadow Isles Ionia. Let's see. Okay, we got the 2. We got the 3. As good as Hecarim is, I don't want to see him this early. Nothing I can do with him until turn 6. We pick up the 1-drop. I'm liking this curve. I download it. It downloaded it also, like a couple AI games. Oh, so you've only been playing against the AI? What do you think so far? Mechanically, how's it feel? Alright, so the 1-drop, uncontested, that's an easy 2 damage. And looking back on that last game, I honestly don't know where I could have played better. I'd have to go back and watch this on repeat. It's really hard to kind of process plays and commentate at the same time, at least with my limited experience. So mistakes will happen. Hopefully not too many. There is a lot I like. It's definitely different. Yeah. It's different, man. For me, I feel really good about this game. Coming from Hearthstone, I played Hearthstone since beta, and off and on, really all the way up into probably like last year. And man, as good as Hearthstone was, it was. For me, it was a pay-to-win game, right? So if I'm going to compete in Standard, which is the evolving meta, like every time a new set comes out, it's rotated into Standard. So if I'm going to keep up with Standard competitive play, the amount of money that I would have to put into that game is just more than I'm willing to do as kind of a casual player. Runeterra feels a lot more generous in their and they're unlocking their card progression and the way that you unlock cards, a lot more generous. And as a cheap ass, I really appreciate that. I really do. I've only put $10 into this game, and I'm, contrary to the last game, I was cruising through gold for a little while. All right, so we're gonna play. We're just going to attack because I'm hoping there's not enough on the board where I want to drop a Frenzied Skitterer, and I'm playing around cards like Dark Spear or Black Spear, which deals 3 damage after a creature's died. So I'm playing around that, and if he has it, he'll kill the Elise, and then I can play the Vanguard and at least net a card or get a card draw. Have you opened any champions yet, Fidbar? Okay, so no Dark Spear. Feels good. However, we do have an Elise on the opponent's side of the board with 2 spiders. When Elise is on the board with 3 other spiders, not counting her, at the start of the round, she will level up. And when she levels up, she becomes a menace, man. She's really hard to deal with. So, with all that said, what's the play? All right, so we're going to play the... We're going to play the Arachnid Horror. So we're only losing 1 toughness, not too big of a deal, by playing off curve. But we're going to roll 1 mana over, and we're going to start building up our mana catch for future plays. So I'm good with that. It didn't show you what you got in the bundle? I'll pull up after this game, Fibbar, if you're still in here, I'll pull up the bundle and I'll show you everything that you got. So I paid $10. I've played a lot though too, so I've unlocked a lot of every week you accumulate experience, and if you get if you level up all of your weekly crates, by the end of the week you can be potentially opening up three diamond crates, and there's a lot of value in those diamond crates. Okay, so a lot of damage on board. We're gonna play the Frenzied Skitterer, and the opponent may just have to pass. I don't know if he wants to swing into that. He might pass. I would rather he didn't. Okay, so he is gonna swing. Something to note here: he's used all his mana, so we can play aggressively. The attack token is going to be coming into our possession, moving into the next turn. So I can, honestly, I'm going to take the 3, and then we're gonna wipe his board next turn because I have I'm going to be able to level up Elise. Yeah. Do I want to pick that up? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna make the trade. Yeah, we're gonna make the trade. So we're gonna make the trade. I'll still have 4 spiders going into the next turn. So Elise's Crawling Sensation. If an ally died this round, so yeah, we made the right play. Summon then 2 spider lanes. So we traded our creature. Creature died. We're allowed to play this. We're gonna have 4 spiders. Elise only needs 3 at the start of the round. So you guys are gonna see her level up, and then we'll get to see her ability in action. And it's pretty scary, man. It's hard to deal with, especially if she levels up going into your attack phase. Elise. There she goes. Spider Queen Elise. Alright, so when Elise levels up, all spiders get Challenger and Fearsome. Challenger is very powerful. Normally the opponent, when I attack, has the option of who they want to block. Challenger, we take that from them and we actually choose who they block. So we then can make trades like that, and we can trade our Arachnid Horror for their champion, Elise. Unfortunately, other than that, man, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to throw away all of this. So yeah, that's good. That's fine. Let's see what he does. Okay, so Mark of the Isles buffs up his creature. What I should have done, and I almost did it, but I got a little greedy. I was going to have this guy attack this spiderling, but my brain was not thinking about Mark of the Isles, which it should have been. If I'm going to be competing at gold level, you can't miss things like that. That was easy enough to avoid. Hopefully we can come out of it. We just basically reset the board, and we are up 1 creature. We're also up mana. We are also up in mana. Our creatures die, so we're able to play Vanguard Redeemer and get the card draw. She says, when I'm summoned, draw a unit if an ally died this round. Also, we're able to curve out nicely with the Mistwraith, and we're in a pretty good spot. Going into turn 6 with the Hecarim, it doesn't get any better than that. Right now, in Hecarim's current state, I would honestly say that this is probably the strongest champion by himself. And he drops the Hecarim. Okay. Do we drop the Hecarim? The Hecarim. Do we drop the Hecarim? Yeah, we dropped it. We do. So we're going to play the Hecarim. And then that opens us up for turn 7 Rhasa after we swing with the Heck. My plan now is to basically just not block with this guy, because I don't want for any reason my opponent to remove him with like Black Spear, Mark of the Isles. No surprises. We need him to stick going into the next turn for a few reasons. One, he deals out, or he dishes out a lot of damage, and 2, he triggers. He makes ephemeral units which die after they attack, which then triggers Rhasa and allows Rhasa to use his ability. Okay. So we're just going to trade that there. We're going to trade that there. No. What do we want to do here? Yeah, but we'll stop that. Yeah, that's fine. We're not too worried about taking 3 damage from this. And Hecarim with Overwhelm. Any excess damage I deal to my blocker is dealt to the enemy nexus. So we're going to be taking 1 from Hecarim. And then we're going to be taking 3 from Spectral Rider. He's actually going to sacrifice his Spectral Rider. We're not going to take any damage. He's going to draw himself 2 cards. That's fine. And so we blocked Hecarim with the Vanguard Redeemer for a few reasons. One, we wanted to get Hecarim down to that 3 health range. A little bit easier to deal with. And also, we value Fearsome over 1 health, 1 mana. Or sorry, 1 health, 1 attack. Alright, so here we go. We are going to attack with Hecarim. Actually, we're going to attack with everything. That's fine. And what we're doing, we're setting up for the Rhasa. We're in a good position for 2 reasons. One, we initiate, and we put the opponent in a position where he needs to react. It looks like he may have a Black Spear or Mark of the Isles. So hopefully then we'll pass the turn. He'll spend some mana, and I need to get him out of this 7 mana range right here because I don't want him to play Rhasa. Okay. Alright, so that's a good pickup, right? So we drop the Rhasa right now, we get the Hecarim, and we get an elusive. We do have to watch out for the deny, which playing Ionia, you almost have to assume that the opponent is always going to have the deny. That's okay. It actually saves our Hecarim from dying this turn. So at the very least, we'll have him for a blocker next turn. And we pick up the second Hecarim. We can be a little aggressive in the way that we block this turn. The Rekindler. Okay. So probably a good thing that Hecarim didn't die. He would have come back with full health. We can deal with an Elise a lot easier than we can deal with this guy here. All right, so we are going to start. We're going to start considering Dawnspeaker right now. We have Wraithcaller. We're really hoping for the Allegiance to trigger. It does not. That's twice, man. 0 for 2. 0 for 2 with this guy today. All right. Again, we can assume that he has a Black Spear. We can assume that he has the Black Spear. So we're gonna play as if he does, right? So we're just gonna make this trade. Boom. We'll take 3, 6, 7, 8. That's okay. And the way that we've dished all this out, we've left his Hecarim with 1 health so that we can clean that up with the Vile Feast. We'll go ahead and do that right now. Actually, we're going to wait. I really don't want to lose. I really don't want him to survive to another deny. So we're going to play the Dawnspeaker. And hopefully we'll see a reaction out of the opponent to use up the last of his mana, or at least enough to where then we can use Vile Feast with a little more assurance that it's not going to be disrupted. So what you got? Dark Spear, or Black Spear, we called it. That is okay. We're going to Vile Feast. He has 1 mana, not enough to counter or to do anything that's going to stop this Hecarim from dying. And then going into going into this next turn, I cannot imagine that this guy would be playing Ruination. I could swing right now. There's nothing to contest, but I have to play around Vengeance. I can assume that he's playing Vengeance. I can't play expecting this particular deck to run Ruination. It could, but the chances are small. So we got to take the risk. We're going to extend. We're extending to play around Vengeance. Vengeance is 7 mana and removes a creature. And if he did that, we wouldn't have enough damage to close this game out. So we're swinging with everything. Let's see how he decides to block. We're in a really good position, though. We have a lot of damage going through, and I don't know if there's a way for him to actually stop this. Boom, boom. There isn't. And with the Shin, the Bow, it's a good game. Good game. I'm really glad we picked that one up, because I don't know if I could have jumped into a stream and then just lost 2 back-to-back. That would have been really tough to recover from. Really tough to recover from. So we're happy to pick up a win. Fib, are you still in here? All right, we'll pretend Fibbar is. He may or may not be. But yeah, you were talking about the bundle and trying to figure out what you got. The cool thing about this, and I'm telling you, Riot is very generous with the way that they're going about monetizing their cards. It actually prorates the cost for cards that you have acquired. So, for example, if I pick up 3 Detains, it's going to subtract the cost of Detains from the total. And right now, this bundle only cost me 369 coins because I've accumulated a lot of the cards that they would give you. So Fibbar, there you are. Okay, Red, I want you to pay very close attention here. I don't want you to miss this. I don't know if you can still do this, James, but if you go to your starter bundle, the featured, and if you scroll through, right here you get a picture of everything that you're getting into. So 6 commons, 4 rares, 1 epic. It's not it doesn't give you all the information, but you can look at the pictures, and then you can go back then to collection and look at your cards, and then find the pictures here. So not very intuitive, but hey, at least you know what you're getting into. But yeah, let's get back to it. Let's see, 28. So we're 3. Now, we might be 4 wins away still from gold 2. Gold's tough, man. We cruised through bronze, silver, pretty much uncontested. I dropped 2 games all the way from bronze 4 to like silver 1, silver 2 maybe. Okay, whoa. We got the Fjord, Piltover. I don't know why I can't remember this. The Teemo deck, and I would have assumed that this deck would be a joke, seeing the Teemo. But I saw this guy Mogwai playing Teemo today, and it's actually pretty scary if done correctly. So we'll see what this guy has. I'm gonna keep the Vile Feast. I need that to get rid of Teemo. Wraithcallers. Yeah, it ended up working out nice. 4 mana is a little high to keep, but I mean, man, Wraithcallers is such a good card, and it actually ended up working out for us. We have the 1 drop. We have the 2 mana if needed. Turn 2. Hopefully, we don't need it turn 2. But then we have the 3 and the 4. So curve's looking pretty good. So what about the champion? Did it say that you get a champion in the bundle? Fibbar? Did I miss that? I thought it just gave you epics. Epics, rares, and commons. Okay. Do we play aggressive? The aggressive play would be to Vile Feast, remove this, and then swing for 2 more damage uncontested. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do it. Oh, we don't even have the attack token. What am I talking about? Okay, so yeah, we'll do it. I was all mixed up. So rather than take 2 damage, we'll just take care of this right now. That gives us an open board going into turn 3 if we want to swing right out the gate. It also gives us an additional creature to buff up with Frenzied Skitterer. So we got options. Which champion did you buy? Okay. So, I think I'm going to swing. Because if I don't, then I'm going to miss out on 1 damage to each. Okay. That's fine. Static Shock. We eat up 4 of his mana. We don't have to worry about him putting any in reserve. Slow him down a little bit. I'm going to play the Mistwraith. We'll carry over 1 mana. And basically, we're setting up for the Wraithcaller and hoping that we can get the Allegiance trigger to summon the Mistwraith. We're 0 for 2 right now. The cards are not on our side. The Chump Wump hits. Turn 4. Nothing too crazy. Come on, Wraithcaller. And he pulls through. There's the Allegiance. So that's what that should look like. Right there. Wraithcaller hits. Summons the Mistwraith. We're in a really good spot now. Oh, okay. So you got a wild card. So that's actually better than any champion card. So the cool thing also, again, how generous Riot is. Not only do you accumulate dust, which then you can use to craft any card that you want, but you get wild cards. And you can either spend dust or a wild card of depending on the rarity. So if you have a green wild card, you can buy a common with that. Or you can spend 100 dust. So it's a lot less of a gamble this way. And yeah, you just get a lot more value. So if you have that champion wild card, you can get any champion that you want. Yeah. Any champion you want. So go right click on the champion that you want. And it'll pop up on the screen, and you'll have the option. It's either 3,000 dust or 1 champion wild card. Do a little research, because initially, man, it takes a little while to get up and off the ground with champions. Unless you're willing to spend like $10 a week, then you can get those 3 champions per week. All right, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? We're actually going to swing with everything, because no matter what he does, we're good with the trades. And this is what happens, man. When Wraithcaller works, this is what it looks like. Right here. Madness. Really hard for the opponent to deal with. I mean, he has to block. What do you got? Brittle Steel. Okay. That's fine. He's actually gonna pick up really? Brittle Steel, Brittle Steel. Okay, so this is really weird. Really weird. What I would have done as the opponent, so he Brittle Steeled, right? Stopped the damage, or reduced our damage to 0. But then he traded with our creatures that ended up dealing damage. So he could have saved his 2 creatures. Oh man, and see, this is where I need that Vile Rebirth for this Teemo right here. I'm not really sure what cards we're playing around with this particular region, or what I need to be cautious of. Teemo is going to start. Can he strike the Nexus with 0 attack? All right, we're about to find out. So, man, no. We gotta play the Hecarim. We'll wait. So I want to be a little reactive. I mean, he's not gonna play Teemo and not attack. So he's gonna pass it back to us. Oh man, yeah, money's tight, huh? You can't just be buying champions. All right, so he spent 3 mana. He's left with 2. I'm not really worried about him doing anything with 2 mana, so we can play the Hecarim aggressively, right? Drop the Hecarim. Not worried about him removing it. He's gonna swing with the Teemo. Nothing we can do. He's gonna generate some more mushrooms. He's gonna double our puff cap count. So he's going to put us at 28. No, still going. So you got to pay for Call of Duty Season 2? Please don't tell me you got to pay for Call of Duty Season 2. All right, so we're going to we're going to be at 44 puff caps. Not that scary. Skip block, nothing we can do. iPrim is now... Oh, I missed it. iPrim is now following. Thank you for the follow, iPrim. I appreciate you. Feel free to hop in chat, man. Any questions you got, let me know. But yeah, Fibbar is Call of Duty Season 2 costs money? Say it ain't so, man. Or Red, maybe you can help me out. I think Fibbar fell down. The college, there it is. The old college try is now following. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And another pop-up. What do we got? The old college try is now hosting my stream. Thank you. I don't know exactly what that is, but I really appreciate that. It feels good to be in here and to just have people hop in. And now we're up to 15 viewers. Man, that's really cool. Thank you. So to catch everybody up, we're kind of just climbing ladder. We're going to attack with everything. I was talking too much. I should have maybe possibly played the Frenzied Skitterer, but I think we're going to be fine. But to catch everybody up, we're climbing ladder right now. Currently gold 3. We've dropped 1 game and we've won 1 game, so we're 50-50. Right now I like our position. Moving into possibly picking up another win. Snowman is now hosting my stream. Thank you, Snowman. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, I can't really do this without you guys. You know, without you, I'm just sitting here talking to my computer. So it really feels good to have some people sitting here watching. I prim, man. Whether he's your guy or man, either way, it's still nice. Still nice to see. All right, so let's focus here real quick before I make any more misplays. This is a little confusing. Okay, so he's got the Get Excited on the Wraithcaller. And are we on the attack? We are. I think I'm going to push... yeah, we're going to push damage. So, I'm going to hit Mistwraith with the... it happened quick. Let me back up here. So we hit the Mistwraith with Mark of the Isles, which boosts him +3/+3, which is going to bring him out of the range of Get Excited. Get Excited's 3 damage. So he survives. He pushes through 7 damage, and that's actually going to be enough to take the win. So feels good. 2 wins, gold 3. Pretty convincing wins too. This deck's actually playing pretty well. All right. So halfway through gold 3. And gold is tough, man. I'm really glad that I didn't catch any of this on tape. But last night I was playing, trying to get really just trying to get my rank up, and also trying out some different decks. But man, I got crushed. Like I'm telling you, all night. And pretty much all day yesterday, it was just loss. And I started getting in my head a little bit. I'm like, it just starts to eat at you after a while. You know, when you lose so many times, you're like, can I even do this? But we ended up finding Dawnspiders, and I kind of had to learn how to play it. I had been playing Dawnspiders as if it were an aggressive deck. Dawnspiders, though, come to find out, is controlled, and when played like control, this deck is crazy good. So today's felt a lot better. Today's looked a lot better, and we've been putting up some more wins. But yeah, anything's better than yesterday. Yesterday was tough, and on top of all that, it was just a long day at work, man. Yesterday was tough. All right, so bouncing back into gold, we've been seeing a lot of the same deck. Really, it's been Ionia's Shadow Isles. Ionia's Shadow Isles. I think the last 3 were Ionia's Shadow Isles. Oh no, we played a Fjord Zon combination, but yeah, the others were Shadow. Let's see what we got. Finding match, man. Usually doesn't take this long. Yeah, the delay, man. The delay really messes with my head. I need to find a way. I don't know if there is a way. I need to find a way to kind of like sync that up. So if anybody has any ideas, please let me know. Because yeah, it messes with my head. Magic Arena. I don't actually know. Man, so Snow, you know, I played a little Magic in the past. I played Magic since 2010, so I've always really had an affinity or a liking for card games. Real quick, let's keep. We're gonna keep both Elises. I think we're just gonna keep it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna keep it. So I've always had a liking for like strategy card games. So I heard a beat pulled up. Malice Mess is now following. Thank you, Malice. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I've always really liked card games, and I played Magic since like 2010, off and on. But man, I got into competitive Modern like 2 years ago, like really into it. Man, I can't read that. Whoever dropped the sparks, thank you. I can't read that. I need to make that bigger too. But yeah, like 2 years ago, I got into competitive Modern, and I put it like what I would consider a considerable amount of money towards a competitive Modern deck called KCI, or it was built around a card called Krark Clan Ironworks, and I loved the deck. I'm telling you, like, out of all the card games that I've ever played in my life, I've had the most fun with Krark Clan Ironworks, or KCI, and yeah, and I put quite a bit of money into this deck, and not too terribly long after that, they nerf the card. They nerfed the card, or they banned the card Krark Clan Ironworks. So I just put all this money into this game, only to not be able to play it, and it pissed me off so much that I really haven't played much. I haven't played any competitive Magic since, but I really haven't played much for Magic since then. Man, it's just like when you don't really have much money to just throw out, and you're just trying to play a game, man. You're trying to play a game at a competitive level, because, you know, for me, why else would I play? And then to just like have it taken from you, it was just, man, it was, I don't know, man. It was hard for me to swallow that. So yeah, I don't really mess with Magic anymore. Yeah, we have traded a bunch of cards. Do you still play much, Snow? I know you kind of it kind of got away from you too. So we're gonna play the Arachnid Horror, mainly because if this guy swings, I want to be able to clean up his board. And if I played the Elise, I couldn't. So he's going to pass. We're good with that. Pick up the Purify. This actually might be good in this matchup, because we're starting to see cards that benefit from surviving damage. So immediately I know I'm playing against a Vladimir Braun, I would imagine. I missed the champion screen. Oh, here we go. Fewer knocks. So yeah, just Vladimir. So Purify will come in handy. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the Elise. Let's see what he's got. Only Arena. How is it? It's that's a newer game they just put out, right? Way cheaper. I like cheaper. Cheaper is always better when it comes to free to play. Okay, so here's my move. He managed to find the 3/2. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually going to get rid of this. I don't want to see this buffed up. It's going to start generating value for him. So we don't want that. This is actually going to work out great. So by keeping the second Elise, we've put ourselves in a really good position. We're able to play Elise's Crawling Sensation. After one of our creatures dies for 1 mana, then we can spawn 2 Spiderlings. And as we've seen earlier, when Elise, at the start of the round, if you control Elise and 3 additional spiders, she's going to level up. So now, going into turn 4, we have a leveled up Elise with 3 spiders. Pretty good position. He's cashed out on mana, no way to contend that. It's been out for like 2 years, but it's standard and really competitive. So it's all standard. And how do you unlock? Do you unlock cards, or do you have to spend real money to play, like the same way if I was playing with cardboard? How does it work? Because don't get me wrong, I love Magic. I just refuse to give them any more of my money. Refuse. At least for now. I say that. Alright. So, nothing too threatening. Let's see. I want to play reactionary right now. I want to, I kind of want to see what's going to happen. I'm happy to trade one of my creatures to get the Vanguard Redeemer trigger that when summoned, if a unit dies this turn, it's going to draw us a card. So we're gonna play passively. We're gonna see what the opponent does. Very good. We'll make that trade all day. Yeah, and even though Elise is a 4/3, she's just too valuable right now to throw into a Crimson or a 2/3 with the opponent having 2 mana in reserve, because we got to look out for cards like Brother's Bond. I mean, just to name one, Fjord's got quite a few cards that buff up creature cards. We're fine with taking 2 damage. We're fine with that trade. Again, that's going to give us our trigger to play Vanguard Redeemer. And if we want, let's see what happens here. Transfusion, interesting. Okay. So that actually, we're going to have to play Purify. We don't really have any other choice. Because I don't want to give up my minion that easily. So Purify removes all text and keywords from a creature, so we remove his buff basically, and he goes back down to a 2/3. We trade evenly. And yeah, we're kind of back. So yeah, we're just back to where we started. Going into the next turn though, we're in a really good position. We're going to be able to trade really well with the Unscarred Reaver, with one of our Spiderlings, and the pickup with the Wraithcaller. What do we want to do? I'm going to have to swing this turn because I do not want to lose the Elise and then lose, more importantly, the Challenger, right? Because I really want to pick this up right here. I need that. And I think we're going to pull the Crimson Disciple into the Spiderling so that we don't have to worry about him blocking into Elise and then buffing his creature and picking up the Elise. So we're good with that. His creature lives, no big deal. You earn packs by just playing, but you really just play drafts and sealed events. And then you use those cards to make decks. Okay, so it's like, yeah, draft. Draft's a good time. You have to buy gems to enter events, so that might not be your thing right now. How much are gems? Depends. I mean, I'm broke, but I'm not like that broke. All right, what just happened? So, Crimson Awakener, when summoned, deals 1 damage to all other allies. That worked out pretty nice. Okay, so, man, we just aren't finding the curve, right? So we really want to get that draw from the Vanguard, but no, that's fine. I'm gonna pick up the draw. So I wanted to save the Wraithcaller. Or sorry, I wanted to play the Wraithcaller. But since we're going into a defensive turn, I'm not really too concerned with having that extra damage on the board. This way also we can float 2 mana, and we can play it just as easy on the next turn. Just as easy on the next turn. 15 viewers in here right now. Red, can you believe it? Snow. This is crazy, man. Crazy. Can I get a 1, 2, 3 in chat for anybody who is watching? I understand there's probably people in here who are just listening, which is great. That's why I talk so much. But yeah, I'm really interested to see if anybody's actually watching this. Right on. Thanks, Snow. I appreciate it. All right, so I don't know what just happened. I turn away, come back to an empty board. Okay. Yikes. Reckoning. If you have a 5+ power ally, kill all units with 4 or less power. Okay, so that hurts. It did cost him a lot of mana. He ended up picking up 3 creatures, I believe. So it's actually good that last turn we didn't overextend with Wraithcallers, because we would have gotten nothing out of it. At least the way that we played it out last turn, I mean, even though we could have never really, or I wasn't really thinking about Reckoning, it just kind of like worked out for us. Oh man, we didn't get the Allegiance. I'm telling you, man, the cards are not on my side today. We're 1 for 3. 1 for 3. Fibbar with the 1, 2, 3. Fibbar, how's the lighting? How's the picture quality? You are the number 1 streamer for Runeterra. That feels good. That feels really good. That feels really good. It's the little things, man. It's the little things. So I don't know if I want to take this 5 damage. So I think I'm actually going to trade. We would have really liked to see that Allegiance trigger to get that Mistwraith. What can you do though? What can you do? Man, yeah, we would have really liked that Mistwraith. So we're going to drop the Elise while it's safe to drop. There's really not anything that he can do with 1 mana. Pass back to us. Okay, there's the Dawnspeaker. And actually, Dawnspeaker shows up in good time. We're able to curve out 4, 5, 6, 7 with the Dawnspeaker, and we can start buffing up our creatures. Which, that's what this deck does. So we're really hoping for an Allegiance. We got it. Okay, so that's huge. Right, now that we have the Dawnspeaker, we really need to start kind of accumulating a board state so that we can do something, or so that we can make use of this. Thanks, Snow. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I can't say that I did anything with myself. I got off work and I came straight to the computer, man. All I really wanted to do was stream today. That's really it. All right, so opponent drops the Scarmother. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. When I survive damage, grant me +3/+0. Oh my god, that's scary. 3/8. That's scary. What do we do about that? Man. That's tough, man. That is tough. I could not process it. I didn't know. So the play may have been to play the Frenzied Skitterer and then do nothing. But we'll see if this works out. So we send in the Sacrifice, the Mistwraith, and we're going to get the trigger off the Dawnspeaker. So at least we can start buffing our allies. But man, what am I supposed to do? 6 mana, 3/8. That's just I have no way to deal with that. Not easily, at least. Not with this particular deck. I really need Hecarim. And I need Hecarim quick. I'm surprised we haven't seen Vlad hit the board yet. Sounds like, or looks like he's having a little trouble finding his champions too. We're in a pretty good spot. Frenzied Skitterer coming down right now is going to slow him down a lot. Dropping damage on all of his guys by 1. And buffing up our Elise by 1. Okay. So every time this card here takes damage, it gets +3/+0. It's now a 10-5 with Overwhelm. So any excess damage dealt above my creature's toughness is just going to go straight to the Nexus. So this is getting out of control. This is scary. I may have to use Glimpse Beyond to sacrifice Dawnspeakers. Just because even though it's buffing our creatures right now, I'm kind of desperate for blockers. We'll actually take that. Maybe we can just pick up a trade right now. I don't know. I mean, assuming that he has no reaction to this. We're looking for probably a transfusion. Okay, Culling Strike. We'll take that. That's fine. So in response, this creature is going to die anyways. We're going to net 2 cards from it. We're going to pick up the draw 2. So that works. Man, I'm going to try. This is scary. This is scary. Okay, so huge pickup with the Rhasa. Actually, two things good here. We pick up the Rhasa, and we pick up the Elise. So that lets me play with this Elise a lot more aggressively because I can just drop another one. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to be at 9 mana next turn. Oh, man. So it's going to come down. It's really close, man, like too close. Man, I could just play the Elise's Crawling Sensation right now, which gives me... I'm going to do that. So this actually gives me more spiders to challenge with, which will allow me to kind of like part the creatures when he declares during a blocking phase, and it'll help me push some more damage through. Also, it will give me more creatures to die so that we can trigger the Rhasa. And Rhasa is going to swing this. It's all going to come down how we use this Rhasa. Whether or not we can bring ourselves back in this game. Okay, so 7, 8, 9. This is nice. We're able to curve out really nice with this Arachnid Horror. And it allows us to then pass the turn back to our opponent to kind of get a feel for what he's got. And right now we're trying to bait out as much as we can. I want to see everything that he has before I make this this big move right here with Rhasa. And we see not much. Not much. He drops his Crimson Curator down to 1 health, which is going to put him in the danger zone to our little 1/1s here. So that's an easy pickup. Easy pickup. We're going to trade that. So here's the move. I want everything gone. Everything gone if possible. Man. I'm actually going to do this. Because I can almost assume that he's got something to buff his creatures up. I might as well save the Elise. And if the creature dies, we're hoping that he plays an additional creature, and then we can get the most bang for our buck here with Rhasa. And by switching that, we actually just push 5 through with Elise. We have 2 creatures on board, Rhasa in hand. We're feeling good. I'm actually just going to drop... Man, I don't know if I want to drop the Rhasa right now. Snowman, thanks for the sparks. So, I'm not really comfortable playing against this particular deck. I don't have much experience playing against this particular deck, so I don't know what this guy has in the toolkit. So it's making my decision kind of tricky. Especially with it going over to his turn. I think I'm going to play safe. I hope that I don't regret it. Let's see what the opponent does. And this might pay off. Okay, so by doing that also we could see what he had in his hand. If he had another creature, he would have played it, and then we would have just closed out the game. Really good pickup with the Frenzied Skitterer. So, let's see here. So it allows us to curve out with 10 mana available. We have the 3-drop and the 7-drop. It allows us to hopefully bait our opponent out. So that we can get 2 creatures. 2 creatures. Let's see what he's got. This is down to the wire, man. This is scary. Okay, so deal 2 damage, gain the attack token. He's kind of desperate right now. I mean, if you got to cast this when you already have the attack token, we're in a pretty good spot. Pretty good spot. Okay, so man, I still don't know. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. Perfect. Okay. So I was playing safe, maybe too safe, but I've lost too many games to overextending. So here's what we're gonna do. Back to back, very powerful card. Gonna give both of our creatures +3/+3. So at the very least, yeah, that's game. All right, cool. We played it right. We played it safe, but we played it right. That's another win. That's another win. And where does that put us? I think that puts us, yeah, that puts us 2 wins away. 2 wins away from gold 2. Which would be nice. That would feel really good moving into gold 2 tonight. We don't want to stick around in gold too long. We're trying to get to platinum as quick as possible. Platinum, diamond, and then we're on our way to the Masters Leagues. The Masters League. Oh, what's this? This dude is this guy's either platinum 3 or diamond. And they're matching him up against me in the gold 3. So I guess this is a good test, right? We're going to be playing diamond players eventually. We might as well play him now. He has an Ionia Demacia deck, which is man, it really actually isn't. It's a pain in the ass to play against. He's going to basically play elusive creatures and or Fioria, and then just buff them up out of range. If we get to turn 8, we got to start looking out for board wipes coming from Fioria, and you can see kind of just crazy things happen turn 8. Or even turn 5 with 3 mana in reserve. I have lost in horrible ways to this Demacia Ionia Fiora deck in the past. So slow start, not the best curve. I guess 3 damage going through, that's always nice. He's building up his mana reserve so that he can play that Fioria and then immediately protect it. Rhasa, good pickup. So right now, the cards that are going to be clutch, if we can survive long enough, Rhasa. But in the meantime, Thresh. Thresh is going to be able to pick up Fioria. Man, okay. This is terrible. I'm not going to play the Dawnspeakers. Because this dude's going, this dude's done. He's done. So we're going to pass. I would have really liked kind of like a Mark of the Shadow Wilds would have been really nice. Okay, so pass. He had no support for the Fiora. Okay. This is good. We don't really have a smooth curve turn 4, but we'll take the Frenzied Skitterer just as well. Actually, hold up. Actually, here's the play. Here's the play. I'm hoping he'll get greedy. Like we could just swing this right now. No, we can't, man. My math is terrible. Oh my god, I did my math wrong. I did my math wrong, and it may have just cost me the game. I was off by 1. 1 mana. Those aren't pro plays, boys and girls. Those are not pro plays. I guess it doesn't change our position too much. I mean, we just gave him a free Dawnspeaker. That's terrible. Terrible. We're going to pass. So now, what's our move? Fiora has been buffed above Thresh range. So there's really no easy way to deal with this Fiora. Another Dawnspeaker, good enough. Okay, so now that my math is back on track, we may be able to get a pickup on this Fiora. Because the plan is going to be to kind of bait Fiora into a block or into an attack, and then surprise him with the back-to-back. Give our minion +3/+3, and then pick up the surprise kill. Other than that, we don't really have a clean way to deal with her. And this is what's scary, man. So this Fiora gets 4 kills without dying, and then they just win the game. So this whole deck is built around keeping Fiora alive and picking up that 4 kills. And we really don't have any easy way to deal with her. Man, okay. We got this. Alright, so he's already attacked things like Frenzied Skitterer. May not be the play. Probably going to go with the Thresh. We are going to go with the Thresh. Okay, so we still got this. Things that we need to look out for are Barrier. Other than that, we can hook Fiora with the Thresh and boost him with the back-to-back. Okay. That's fine. We can deal with this. We have Purify. Man, okay, so... So what we're afraid of is the Barrier. So we need to get our opponent to expend as much mana as possible before we commit to an attack. And hopefully if we can bait or get our opponent to overextend, then we can pick up on this Fiora kill, which is right now is our only focus. Our main focus. Because she is a ticking time bomb left unchecked. 7, 8, 9. Okay. What's the move? Okay, so we could... Alright, so this is what we got to watch out for. Like, we actually have to deal with this right now. Because he has 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. There's a card, I want to call it Judgment, that deals attacking minions damage to oh no. Oh my god, I just played the wrong card. Oh my god. That's horrible. Alright, so we're actually just going to surrender. You can't come back from that. Trying to talk and play at the same time, not really going well. My brain's starting to fade after a long day. So, let's try one more game while I still got a few brain cells left, and we'll call it after that. I'm starting to make rookie mistakes, and we're just going to get ourselves in a bad situation if we're throwing away games like that. So one more. We'll try to end on a high note, and yeah, we'll see what happens. How you holding up, baby?
That's so good.
You still alive?
More really hot.
Yeah. Let me do one more game and I'll get you taken care of. So my studio, where we make all of this magic happen, is actually in my bedroom. My girlfriend's got to put up with me talking for hours on end to my computer screen. It's a good place to start. Good as place as any. All right, so we have a really we actually have a really nice curve. I don't know if I want to give it up. What are we playing against? We actually have to. So we're playing against what looks like hyper aggressive. Yeah, this is going to be aggressive. Too aggressive to keep a 4/5/6. We'll keep the 3. The Laurent Protege, good card for picking up little creatures, which I would imagine this deck is a bunch of little creatures. All right, 2-drop. Nice. Okay, so we pick up the 2-drop. And I have the choice between playing the Arachnid for an additional 1 damage or the Mistwraith. I'm going to play the Mistwraith because we have the Wraithcallers, and we'll start boosting these Mistwraiths now so that we can set up for the turn 4. Where all the magic happens. Yeah, all that magic. Oh my god, I'm so tired, dude. After working all day and then talking and also trying to like strategize, it's hard on the brain, man. Hard on the brain. Okay. So actually, I don't think I don't know. Yeah, well actually we'll take the trade. We will take the trade if he decides to block. And we're good with that because if my guess is right, and this actually is a hyper-aggressive Shadows On deck, I need to keep this board clear while I get into the mid to late game, and then from there we'll kind of just hopefully take over. That's the plan at least. All right, so strong turn 3. Strong turn 4. Missed or Frenzied Skitterer, that's fine. He's going to get 3 damage through. There's nothing we can do about it. No big deal. All right, turn 4. Big plays. Turn 4, we are... All right, man. Channeling the heart of the cards. We need that Allegiance to trigger for that Mistwraith. Not there, not there. Come on, man. That's... I think we got 1. What are we at? 1 out of 4? Who's keeping track of this? Fibber, I should have put you on this. What's that? 1 out of 4? Procs on the on the Wraithcaller? It's not good, man. Not good, especially when the opponent follows up with the Wraithcaller and gets the pickup. Feels terrible. We're going to swing with the Laurent. We're going to pick up the Mistwraith, hoping that he doesn't have a Mark of the Shadow Isles, and that's a good clean trade right there. Stay strong, man. We got to stay strong. Last game. And then we got to hop up, make dinner for the kids. It's looking like it's going to be a corn dog and tater tot kind of night. I get the grunt of approval from my girlfriend who is sick in bed. Corn dogs and tater tots?
No.
Yep. And that's a yes. Frenzied Skitterer, another one. Man, okay, so nothing really standing out. Thresh would have been really nice. This is okay. This is fine. We're going to play the Elise. Has anything died this round? No. Okay, so we're going to play the Elise. We're going to play the Elise. He's going to attack. I'm going to give him one of my creatures. What you got, man? Ooh, the Thermogenic. That's bad, man. That's fine. Okay, so we'll take it. Pass. We're gonna pass. He's gonna attack. I guess it doesn't matter. We can play it. He doesn't have any mana, so it doesn't really matter. We don't have to hide anything anymore. And then I would imagine he's gonna attack. I'm gonna take 6, and I'm gonna trade the Mistwraith into his Mistwraith. Alright, just like we planned it. Just like we planned it. Okay. Trading Mistwraiths. We take 4, 5, 6, 7. We get the +1/+1 from the Dawnspeakers. So right now, we're just going to try to survive. We've got the Dawnspeakers on board. All that we have to do is just maintain a board state, block his creatures, and eventually we will win out by buffing up our creatures. So that's going to be the plan, not necessarily the promise. All right, so the Thresh comes down. He'll be able to start getting some nice pickups as long as our opponent doesn't have any surprises for us. What you got, man? 2 spells coming down. That's not a good. That doesn't feel good. 3 spells coming down. So he's going all in on something. Vile Rebirth, Mystic Shot, Vile Feast. Okay, what's going on? So, okay. Okay, so he's doing 1 Vile Feast to the Dawnspeakers, dropping it down to 3 health, and then bringing it into Black Spear range. Okay. It's fine. Nothing we can do. We are going to get as much use out of this Dawnspeaker as we can while it's still alive. So we're going to use the Vile Feast. And even though he took out the Laurent Protege, it cost him all of his mana. So now we can play a lot more aggressively. Or at least a lot more, we can play with without fear of anything happening to our Thresh. At least this turn. So the Thresh is going to start cleaning this board up for us. 1 hook at a time. We're going to get a proc from the Dawnspeakers. We are in a good position. We pick up the Rhasa. He picks up the Hecarim. So we need to do, man, we need to do something about. Well, 1, we need to survive this turn, and then 2, we need to do something about this Spiderling. Because if we can manage to pick up 1 creature, all we have to do is pick up 1 creature, then we can swing this. Okay, so pass. This is all going to come down to his decision to attack. Perfect. Okay. So we are going to take. Boom, boom. We're going to be taking 2. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8. We're taking 8. We're taking 8 damage. We have to do this because if we don't, we're in range of Mark of the Isles. So if we play a little greedy, it's just too easy for us to go out with a Mark of the Isles, and I really don't want to go. I don't want to go out like that. I don't want to go out like that. So we're gonna play safe. I'm happy with the safe play. We actually might even level up the Thresh. We will. Okay, so Thresh gets leveled up. We drop the Rhasa. We pick up the Hecarim. And then going into next turn, we're going to be swinging for massive, massive damage. Because Thresh Hopefully we'll pull Hecarim from our deck. Here, let me make the play and then I'll read the flavor text. So, Rhasa coming down. Nice cleanup on the Hecarim. Sorry about you. But yeah, Thresh. The first time that I attacked this game, so this is after Thresh has been leveled up. First time I attacked this game, summon an attacking champion from your deck or hand. So, if Thresh pulls a Hecarim out, we're going to be swinging for ridiculous amounts of damage. So let's check this out. And just like that, we may be able to turn this game around. And we do pull the Hecarim. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. All right, so just like that, we actually just swing for lethal. So you guys see how that works? That felt really good, really good, and that's a good way. That's a good way to end today's stream. We'll end on a high note. Again, 15 viewers. That feels incredible, and also picking up a few follows today. I really appreciate everybody for sticking around. Everybody who's supporting. I can't do this without you guys. So thank you, and I will see you guys next time.